city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
Kind of take us through that very last defensive possession and how you guys got this one home.
We told Jaden, try not to let Randle catch the ball. We're gonna make somebody else do this, and gladly RJ Barrett caught it. And if he would have made the shot, we would live with it. I mean, that's when we wanted to take the shot. We don't want anybody else taking it.
Bruh.
Turn the volume down, Raw.
Yeah. I did.
Kind of take us through.
What's going on? This is Jailers from Nick of Time Show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And if you know what the broad picks is, I'm giving the first broad pick of the day to Anthony Edwards.
Bruh.
For that salacious comment disrespecting our guy RJ Barrett. But we're going to get into the game this morning later. Before we even get to the game, let me introduce my guy. No man, no myth legend tonight, but I have my guy from the YouTube channel across the street. It is the raw metaphor, the raw Hebrew remnant. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up on a somber night after a bad loss, baby? We get ready, but we got it going. We got it covered.
Yeah, man, we got it covered. We definitely got it covered. Listen, the Knicks lost to the Timberwolves in heartbreaking fashion, 102-101. It was a close game. We've made a lot of mental errors, man. And you know what? Bro, this is a game that we're supposed to win. When you're a good team, you're ascending to be a great team. You have to win games like this, especially when you're looking at the standings, you're looking ahead, you're seeing we have some brutal West Coast trip going up forward. And this is like the last team in the West. And it was just ours for the taking. I know some people will say, we didn't have Derrick Rose with us today. And that could make a difference. Yes, that can make a difference. But still, like that to me, I'm on my Tom. We had enough to win this game. We had enough to win this game, and it was a blown opportunity. Whether it was miscues on defense, the 18 turnovers, or missed shots, or just the coaching. I feel like all that in conjunction led to this loss, man. Really.
You're right. But the thing is, overall, as you're talking, is it just shows the Knicks where they are. There's a little bit, as a team, a little bit of immaturity. I think they took these guys too lightly. They took that 18-point lead to mean that it was over. And we could have all kind of questions about lineups. We could have all kind of questions about substitutions, about refereeing.
Right.
But one thing Tom Thibodeau said, which I have to agree with, if you let the game come to you and let the game dictate what you're going to do, you end up with the best shot you can have, right? Mm-hmm. And so the Knicks were not doing that. They were forcing things at the end. They were forcing things at different times during the game. They weren't letting the game come to them. They were not letting the defense dictate what type of shot they should hit. Then they started scrambling, and defensively, they lost focus, and they left again at that last shot. They left Edwards wide open.
Right.
Not Edwards, it was Beasley. Edwards drove to the hole and kicked it out to Beasley, who hit the three. So it starts off when they go away from what Thibodeau is telling them to do, and that's what happened last night.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I feel like we didn't really move the ball as well as I would like. I forgot a lot of our passes or scoring was a lot of out of ISO. Now, granted, Randle to me is the only one who seems to get his assist in a timely fashion, man. He had 6 assists last game. Mm-hmm. And he did a lot of his work in the post as usual. But when you're looking at our other guys, there wasn't really, the ball movement wasn't really there. Not like in past games, Yeah. RJ, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, no, it's just that at first Randle was forcing it a little bit.
Right.
Especially after he got the 18-point lead. He did the thing from last year where he dribbles into double teams and stuff. But then he caught himself and he started. See, he's going to get his assists. It's almost like being the point guard in a Mike D'Antoni offense. You're going to get plenty of opportunities to shoot and create assists because the offense revolves around Randle. So he's going to get that opportunity. And then after a while, he started spraying the ball a little bit. Although I still feel like because he saw he had a rookie on him, and I understand he had a rookie on him that was much smaller than him, he felt like he could take that guy every time. And sometimes he was forcing it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was forcing a little bit. But it's like, I don't even know. I can't even really blame him for me. Like, because even though he was forcing it a little bit, when you look at the stats, did he break the flow of the offense? No. Yeah. He didn't really. He picked the spots. I feel like, especially in the second half, he scored when we needed to be. He scored for the most part when we needed when we needed a bucket.
I agree.
There was times in the game where it was getting close because we were, first we were up by 10 points a few times, and it would cut the lead to around 6, and then Randle would just give me the ball. I think Randle remembers what was happening in the Heat game, and he felt like he wasn't being aggressive enough in that Heat game. He said that in one of these post game shows, and he took it upon himself to, like, you know what, I have the advantage, ISO, and it worked. There was a segment where he scored like 3 straight buckets in the third quarter that pushed the lead back to 10 or 11, and the same thing happened in the fourth. So I don't really blame this on Randle per se.
You're right. You know what else though? Be honest though, being real 100, the weakness was in the backcourt last night.
Absolutely.
I mean, both sides of the ball. I mean, because the perimeter D obviously broke down for Beasley to be wide open, on a 3-point. Obviously, the perimeter defense broke down. So now you got Peyton out there for one reason, to play defense, and he wasn't even there. And now Burks only had 1 turnover, but it came at a critical.
Right.
He needed a basket. And the thing that killed me is that IQ is standing 10 feet from him, wide open, and he's gonna try to throw a cross-court pass. I mean, I was like, what are you guys doing? And then a couple of times, Peyton did the same thing. He only had 3 turnovers, but the turnovers were critical.
Yes.
Crucial, man.
Crucial turnovers.
So I was like, come on, man. And so, I don't know what it is. And even with that, I still feel like the Knicks should have won the game if they stuck to the Thibodeau game plan. Let the game come to you. A couple of times, they left Peyton wide open. He wouldn't take the shot.
Yes.
And he backed up, and then he tried, and then that just overpassed and caused either 24-second violation or a bad shot. He just didn't take the shot. We always breaking on Frank. Frank's not playing now.
Yeah.
Right? So look, the dude's got to take the shot.
Yeah, and Tom took him out after he didn't take that shot either. He took him out after that.
He got to take the shot, man. Got to take the shot right there. So that was the problem. And so at this scenario, only thing I would criticize Tibbs for in that scenario is that I felt like once you saw that, put IQ in the game and keep him in the game.
Right.
Because he's not going to be shy to take the shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. And one of the biggest problems for me in this game was the coaching. Like, I understand that today, Elfrid Payton, or yesterday, mind you, Elfrid Payton had 17 points. He got to the hole with gusto. He scored 17 points. Cool. But for me, and I know for a lot of people in Knicks Nation, no matter how good Payton is playing throughout the game, when it is crunch time.
Yeah. Talk to him. Tell me. Come on, baby.
When it's under 4 minutes, 3 minutes to go.
That's right.
You cannot have Elfrid Payton in the lineup. I don't care how well he's doing. The only way you can have him in the lineup if he's just banging threes. Because to be honest, Raw, the way how we even scored in those final minutes was even a mystery to me. We was scoring by the skin of our teeth.
Right. And because you know what? The offense doesn't flow the same at crunch time with him, man. It just doesn't.
Absolutely not. And that, to me, that was one of those critical moments where Tom he's just leaning on his old crutch, man. Let the crutch go.
The thing is, bro, I really do appreciate the loyalty that Tibbs shows to his vets. I mean, he really does. And actually, that's going to bode well come free agent. He really shows loyalty to a fault in this case, as we could see. I mean, because really, when he had D Rose starting, we all know that the Knicks were playing better, right? And then all of a sudden, D Rose is out, and now he started different people. And as soon as AP could walk, he put him back in the starting lineup. I was like, come on, man. Well, I mean, you could see by even if you look at statistics and you look at analytics, it was better with D Rose. Now you don't have D Rose. Okay,
Right.
I'd rather start at Frank and bring IQ off the bench or start IQ. But you can't get this guy in there. And he's so loyal, he's gonna keep putting that fool in there, man.
Yeah, he definitely is, man. I think he's trying to manage egos and hurt feelings as well. I think that has a lot to do with it because, like there was the lineup at the end where it was Peyton. Yeah, there was a lineup at the end where you had Peyton in there and you had had Peyton in there with Burks. But Raw for the last week, Burks has been torching people at the point guard position for the last week.
When he's shooting well, but if you ask him to be a playmaker, you're asking for turnovers.
Right, but like I know I understand. I understand that. It's just okay. At the end of the game, Raw, what are your options? You have IQ. IQ had 0 points.
Yeah, but I'd put IQ in there anyway.
Yeah, I feel like who would you play at point guard? That's what I'm saying.
I would have IQ in there with Burks and have IQ handling the ball.
I would have I'm good with either one. I'm good with Burks with Burks with Bullock to end the game with RJ and Randle and Noel or Taj, however you feel it, or IQ. Either anyone but Elf, because that is really my answer.
Well, the problem is that Elf is not a threat at the end of a game. He's not a threat. Whereas IQ is a threat. He's always a threat, especially from 3-point line. That's what opens it up to me for Burks, because now they got a shade toward IQ. If they leave him too wide open, he'll hit the three. That leaves Burke room to operate, and offensively, that's what he's been doing.
Right. Yeah, and I get you. It's just, you know what it is? Burks has just been on such a tear offensively. And he's been a closer for us for the last few games. That's why I wouldn't even mind doing that at the end of the game.
Wait, are you saying you don't mind having Burks in the game, period, or you say you don't mind him being paired with EP at the end of the game?
No, I'm saying take EP out.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying take EP out.
Yeah, whatever you want to do after that, right?
Yeah, especially when Derrick Rose is not here.
Yeah,
take
take
out.
EP out, man. At the end of the game, and that, if you notice, our biggest wins have come when that cat's on the bench in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. And Burks has the highest plus minus on the team right now.
Right. So yes, that was, to me, that was the blunder. If you're gonna give Tibbs a biggest blunder for the day, that was it. He should not have had EP in there in the last 5 minutes of that game. I don't care what else like you said. If you want Burks to run the point and you put everybody around him, or you put IQ out there, whatever you want to do, but just don't have Alfred Payton in there at that time.
I don't care. I don't care how well he's playing.
Only that, he's not a good free throw shooter.
No, he's not.
I mean, it was frustrating, man. It was frustrating, but they shouldn't have lost that 18-point lead. That was ridiculous. Thibodeau's right. They were not running the way they were supposed to run.
Yeah.
And now look, we got Dallas tomorrow, baby. And Luka's been killing.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's going to
Luka's been killing.
It's going to be a fight tomorrow, and you are right.
He just came out. He just dropped 36, and they spanked Boston last night. And KP was even getting in on the act. So this is not going to be no joke, man.
No, it's not going to be no joke, like, for real. And listen, man, we've had success running this game. Fast break point 17 yesterday. Whenever we ran, we got what we wanted. We should have ran a lot more on this team. That's
another thing. Exactly right. I mean, when we run, we get what we want, and I do have to understand. I mean, that crap that old Anthony Edwards is pulling on that crap he pulled at the end of the game. I can't wait to RJ, because you know what? That's man. You don't motivate RJ like that, because you about to catch him. See, so it was all good. But I was glad. One thing I was glad about. I know y'all got that, but I was glad Julius let RJ shoot that ball at the end. He showed confidence in his teammate. He did not force a bad shot. He gave the ball to RJ. So you're gonna get some hits and misses. Overall, RJ, we still in the rebuilding year one, man. So this is all good. Everybody's going to get better. RJ's only in his second year. He's going to get better.
Exactly.
Julius is just coming into his own as the go-to guy. See, so all of this, I think we're going to get better. It was a stepping stone. It was a spanking. We should have won the game. It's going to hurt, and it needs to.
Exactly. Now, salute to everybody in the chat, man. If you want to talk to us live, now is your time. All right? Don't be shy. Come on the Discord. We will patch you right in. We'll take your questions. You see that we have a link up there. It's pinned to the top. Shout out to Fritz. He has the link right there.
Shout out to Fritz.
Exactly, where you can join our Discord. And you can talk Knicks with us. And you'll be live on this YouTube channel. Because people was like, yo, Jay Ellis, you need to be talking. We need people to talk with us. I heard y'all. Now's your chance. If you want to talk Knicks, ask me a raw question, or you have a gripe, or you have a point, click that link, join the Discord, and let's kick it, and let's talk Knicks with us, all right? So while you're waiting, we move on to the next topic or talk whatever's going on. Please hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, man, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show with us, and definitely enjoy this show. All right. Now, Raw. I'm gonna say this, Raw, right? What did you think of this? The rope. Do you feel like the second unit should have gotten a little bit more time today?
Yes. First, yes. To answer your question, yes. They should have gotten more time. It looks to me that, obviously, we know Tibbs runs a 9-man rotation, so that's not surprising. But he definitely put a short leash on the second unit, which, that was the wrong time for it. Because generally speaking, again, in our biggest wins, the second unit outscores the first unit.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest wins. And so, and Obi was not, he was all right last night. I would have, let that second unit run a little more, but no, that definitely, he should have given them much more time than he gave.
Absolutely. Like, because here was another critical part of the game, which I thought was interesting because, the Knicks, okay, at the end of the first quarter, Knicks were up 26-19. We held them at 28% shooting in the first quarter. The second unit comes in. There's no Derrick Rose. We kind of doing like a point guard by committee thing, right? Mm-hmm. Also, RJ is running some point. And the thing that I liked about RJ running some point is I've said in the mid-season reviews, those mid-season reviews here, that for me, for RJ to take the next step in his ascension, I feel like I want to see him handle the ball more and even run a little bit more point guard. And absolutely. I saw some nice things. I saw a little bit of OB activation. It seemed like the Knicks were making it more of a point to post him a little bit more today, or yesterday. RJ gave him a nice, perfect pass over the defender to post up a smaller guy. OB kicked it out, and it landed. It led to a 3. I saw him do some nice drives and kicks, something that Elfrid Payton doesn't like to do as much. And we got into a lead. We got into our 18-point lead with that second unit. Now, it got cut to 11 in the blink of an eye. Mm-hmm. But I thought to myself, well, maybe, Tom, you pulled the plug on that experiment a little bit too fast, considering that that second unit was the unit that gave us the lead in the first place. Yeah,
I felt the same way. I saw that. I felt the same way. But then I felt good because, the Achilles heel of the Knicks all year been the third quarter.
Right.
And they had a strong third quarter. So I was like, oh, man, strong third quarter?
Yeah, it's it.
Be good.
Right.
Gonna be good now. But then, he, like you said, he did not put that bench unit in the fourth quarter. I don't like the team he put out there in the fourth quarter. Again, no IQ, too much Elfrid Payton, and that's what caused it. I'm going to tell you something, though. I don't think he's going to make that mistake again.
You don't think so? It's funny because he's shortening his rotation now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Elfrid Payton in there like that again. I don't think so. Because the games that we have won big and won close, it wasn't Elfrid, it was IQ on the floor or Burks with Bullock and either Taj or Noel with Randle.
Yeah. The only time he's kind of done a Burks like a elf thing at the end was, I feel like, more towards the beginning of the season. There was one where he combined Derrick Rose and Elfrid Payton to end the fourth. That was a disaster.
Right, exactly. No, but you know what? I think what happened also is that Tibbs, he trusts Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose wasn't there last night. Now, if Derrick Rose was there, I'm pretty confident you would have seen Rose instead of Elfrid Payton.
Yeah. Nah.
So, but Rose wasn't there. So instead of going with either no EP and whatever other lineup you want to put in there, or with IQ instead of, he went with EP, and I think that hurt us at the end. EP did 2 really critical turnovers in the fourth quarter. That really, I was like, what are you doing? Like kids in junior high school don't make passes like that. I was like, what
those close court passes are crazy. And
Oh,
on top of that, people just weren't respecting the spacing with IQ with Elf on the floor, man. Towards the end of the fourth quarter, he was trying to do his best to make himself available by cutting with penetrators, but like it was too congested in there. It was just way too congested in there. We just needed a lot more space, man.
It really was. And the thing is that, like I said, man, we really do. I mean, I wanted to see what would come of the point guard situation as we had it. But now that we 3 quarters into the season, it is rather obvious we need a point guard. We need a point guard, man. We need a point guard. And I'm glad that we got a couple of options. I know you want to save this for later, baby, but we got a couple of options coming up this summer.
Yeah. We do have a couple of options coming up this summer. Yo, I mean, we could talk. I want to talk about the buyout market a little bit too, because I saw somebody else kind of tag me into something that might be intriguing. But before we get into that, like I said, for you guys who said y'all wanted to talk, y'all wanted to live stream, you wanted to talk to us live, there is a link in the chat. You can click the link and talk to us live, talk about the game, talk about some ideas, or whatever you want to talk to. All you gotta do is hit that link in the chat, and that gives you the Discord. And, it helps international people too. You can click it.
That's right.
Fritz will direct you to us live, and we can talk to you live on the KOT
Free
show.
Call, baby. Free call.
There you go. Free call, baby. But shout out to everybody in chat right now. Shout out to Junior Karuma, who says RJ is developing to a star. Shout out to Iller, who says RJ Barrett had 23 points, 8 for 17, 3 of 4 from 3.
Oh,
yeah. To me, he played exceptionally well.
Nah, it was RJ. There was a number of times he got fouled going to the basket, and they didn't give it to him.
Nah, you're right.
Number of times. Now the ball went off his leg a couple of times, but he was also getting hacked.
Yeah. Like for me, if there's something that I want RJ to clean up, it is the turnovers, him and Randle. But RJ in particular, he felt a little Steph Curry-ish to me in the sense of, you remember the finals roar when Steph Curry was like a little bit too loosey-goosey, and he threw it behind his back and it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like that's the feeling I was getting from RJ when during those last moments of the game where it rolled off his leg. I'm just like, yo, RJ, like I know you confident, but you gotta concentrate a lot more than that,
RJ, but RJ's still not in the second year, 20
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
So, he wait till the playoffs. Now they're gonna really learn in the playoffs, but this week has been a spanking experience. Both, they lost to Miami like that, and now to Minnesota. It's been, I'm just hoping they can get back in that film room, get back in that gym, and correct these errors, man. Because I'm really surprised they took Minnesota so lightly. I'm really surprised at that, especially now they were up 18. They need to close the deal. This was not 48 minutes of good basketball. It was not.
No, it was not. It definitely was not, man. That fourth quarter killed us.
Yeah, man.
That fourth quarter killed us. Fourth quarter of doom. I thought we had a doom moment a little bit in that second quarter, third quarter. We came out all right, but that fourth quarter, man, it really killed us, man.
They really did. They really let them back in the game. And again, it was like they said. It's like everybody's. It's not that they beat us. We gave it to them.
No, we gave it to them. We definitely gave it to them. Like they as good of our defenses was, our defensive lapses were a little bit too many. Yeah. I feel like we let Anthony Edwards. First of all, we overhelped so much.
Oh my gosh, man! And you know what? I mean, I'm just like, it wasn't so much. Okay, so he had a good game yesterday. He gonna get on the mic talking about he wanted RJ to shoot. That's about the dumbest thing you could do. What you just did is you created what they call locker room, the thing to be in the locker room. And you want to see RJ get mad? Okay, but let's see what happens next time they play.
Yeah, next year is gonna be different. Next year he's gonna remember that because RJ takes names, man. He's one of those guys. He's gonna be on his printer, printing out your picture, playing Rocky in the background, putting that joint on the wall, and just ding. Like that's the type of mood he be
It's like Melo once said to some dude in Philadelphia. He said, "I ain't the one. That's not the one. RJ's not the one you want to do that to."
Exactly. He is not the one you're going to do.
He's not
that
the
to.
one.
But yeah, overall, man, this game, putting this game on the coach. I'm putting the game a little bit on the coach, a little bit on Elfrid Payton playing a little bit too much, a little bit laxing on the help defense from Burks.
Yeah.
From a little bit from Burks, a little bit from Elf.
Burks was weak on defense.
Yeah.
No, he was weak on defense, and even though he had one turnover, there were just a number of times where you could feel any second he was going to lose it or throw it away. It's just
yeah. Matter of fact, that run where we went on that 18-point run, I feel like Burks was one of the main culprits over helping that cut that lead from 18 to 11 in like a blink of an eye, especially from. He was on, I think Beasley. He left Beasley open a few times. Anybody who was on Beasley left Beasley open. I'll just say that.
Yep.
But the one that annoyed me the most was the last three that was made when Elf overhelped on the drive. He was like in no man's land.
That's right.
And left RJ guarding two people at once.
That's right.
That one had my head.
I was going crazy all night with that.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, I was so mad after that game. I couldn't talk to nobody. I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see anything. And this morning I had to do a lot of extra work for my job, so I didn't get a chance to do my usual morning routine with the review. But I was glad because I was so disgusted, man. I almost didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I feel, and to me, I'm looking at Tom. Is like, is this your king? Like this is the man you had in for defense. You've been feeding us that Elf is good at defense this whole year, and this is the guy who just left one of the best 3-point shooters on the team wide open at the end of the game situation to guard who? Nobody in the paint,
bruh.
You knew it was coming, Raw. You knew it was coming. Oh my God!
Oh gosh, man, bruh.
Man, just cut him and just replace him with a pack. We got two open spots right now.
But you know that's not gonna happen.
I know.
So talking about buyout market, what you got?
I know. Yo, cut him and bring in Corey Joseph in him. I'm done.
What you got in the buyout market? Is that what you think, Corey Joseph?
Yeah, that's one of them. But I'm gonna get to that now. Now, for you guys listening, once again, if you want to talk to us live, there is a link in the chat. There's one pinned at the top. And Fritz is also sending out links where you can click to a Discord and you can talk to us live. All right? So if you have any questions about the game, any comments about the game, if you want to talk about the buyout market, if you want to talk about Alonzo Ball, whatever, it's your time. Y'all said, hey, Jay Ellis, we need to call in. I heard y'all. Talk to us if you want. If not, and then we'll wrap it up and we'll talk buyout market in a minute. Salute to S God who sends a $10 super chat.
Salute
to you. He says Knicks' biggest problems at the end of close out the game is spacing. Tibbs is sorry with play calling. Take out the centers. It should be Randle, Knox, Barrett, Burks, and IQ on the court. All shooters spread out. Things that make you go,
The thing is, bro, is that come on. One thing we should know, we should know the tendency of the coach we got. He's been here now for 3/4 of a season. He's not gonna throw Knox in there at the end of no game, man. Come on. He's not gonna do it. I mean, he's just not gonna do it. So, he's got his rotation. It doesn't include Kevin. It doesn't include Frank. Doesn't include Pinson. That's it. It is what it is. So he's not throwing Knox out there. Y'all can forget that. He's not putting Obi out there either. Not unless he's playing like dynamite.
Right.
I'm surprised Obi's still in the rotation. So, he is what he is, man. He's just, you can't see, it frustrates me when you're expecting a coach to do what you know in his nature he's not going to do.
Absolutely.
Like saying, why, like saying, why doesn't a cat not catch a mouse? It's like, that's in their nature. They're going to do that. I mean, so he's not going to play. He doesn't trust Kevin Knox right now. He just doesn't.
No, he doesn't. But I like that sentiment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
I like the
I don't like wasting time talking about things that just like somebody brought up. We should have gotten Michael Porter Jr. I said Michael Porter Jr. I mean, that's done, man. It's over. So let's move forward. This is what we got right now. We got IQ.
Yeah,
he's in the rotation. So he's in the rotation. Obi's in the rotation. RJ's in the rotation. And before he was hurt, Mitchell Robinson was in the rotation. So you got 4 youngins that he was playing. Okay, so we could. I mean, I don't mind all that. I mean, y'all know I'm the biggest Frank Hive dude there is.
Yeah.
You know, so, but listen, I go. This is what he decided. You're not in the rotation. Okay, you're not in the rotation. I'm just surprised that if he wasn't going to be in the rotation, he wasn't going. Why didn't you just trade him or cut him or something? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you just keep him around and you're not playing him? I don't understand that. But even for a second round pick, something. But I'm just saying, you right now we ain't got no point guard. And you had mentioned the buyout market. I don't know anybody out there that if you told me Tibbs was going to get this guy, all of a sudden he's going to play instead of Alpha Payton. I don't know anybody out there.
Yeah. Now, there's no real killers really in the buyout market.
No, there's nobody out there. So you got to wait till the off season. And you got some options in the off season now. But for the rest of this season, we go into war with what we got. Now, what we need to pray for is that Derrick Rose stays healthy.
Yeah, this is our hopes rest on Derrick Rose. But
yes, let D Rose stay healthy, because if he was there last night, we would have won the game.
Nah, you're right. I will say this, like I know you don't. I know the thought of Knox being in the game at the end of the game situation with Tibbs there is a little weird, but I do like the idea of having Randle at the 5 and in the game situations. Like, that makes so much sense to me.
I know it's an excellent idea. No. What that brother said is an excellent idea. I'm not saying it's not a bad idea now, but I'm saying that realistically, you think Tibbs is going to do that? No, he's not.
Nah, no. What he could do is, instead of Knox, maybe have Bullock. You know that. I can see him doing that.
So let's see. If you have Randle at the 5, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to play Taj Gibson?
Nah, no. I think he's saying just go old small with shooters. That's
what you're saying is, okay, so let's look at the rotation. So as far as shooters now, you got let's just call RJ a shooter. But you got RJ, you got IQ, you got Bullock, you got Burks. Okay, if you were to go with them 4 with Randle, okay.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Just end the game situations.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah, like last night, 20 seconds left or whatever. We need a bucket, or 5 seconds left. We need a bucket. Everybody's a threat. What are you doing?
I would do that. I would definitely do that. No, I would definitely do that. Oh, like I said, I think if he'd have had Rose last night and had him in there instead of Payton, we'd have won the game. We'd have won the game. Because Rose is a point guard. Like, I mean, even at 32, he's a point guard. Yeah, he's better than Alfred Payton, even at 32. You get 80% Derrick Rose better than 100% Alfred Payton.
Absolutely. All right. Now, hold on. I saw somebody was going to be the first caller, and then they left, and then they left. But now, okay, all right. Wait, here we go. I see someone. I see someone's in there. Okay. All right. I think we have our first caller coming in soon.
Okay.
All right. But before we get to him, I'm gonna address this super chat from Boston Nick, who says,
Boston Nick, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. Salute Boston Nick. But Boston Nick holds me down, man. Twitter, YouTube, he holds me down everywhere. Shout out to Boston Nick. He says, good evening, gentlemen. Would you entertain a Lance Stevenson or Jamal Crawford to a 10-day perhaps? Thank you and have a great night. Raw. When I was talking about a buyout market and something interesting popped up, that is the something interesting.
All right, so let me ask you now.
Lance Stevenson.
Were either of those guys on an NBA roster this year?
None of those guys are on the NBA roster this year. The last I heard, Lance Stevenson was somewhere working on the shot. You know he's going to give you the defense. And you know Tom loves that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because, like, if they're not on an NBA roster and they just coming off the street to play, you want to give them time. They're going to need time. This is the NBA, man. They can't just come in and play. I mean, right. I don't know. I like to get somebody that was playing and is, just asked for a buyout.
Right, I feel you.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't see anybody out there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think if there's anybody out there that would get bought out that could come in and do that.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Raw. Now,
no problem.
It's so far. It's all right. Now, Raw, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Test.
That is our caller. Hello. Do you hear us, caller?
Yes.
Congratulations, you have made history.
Yes. Yeah.
You are the first caller of the KOT show.
Oh.
Let's go. What is your name, sir? Where are you from? Oh, wait, we lost him.
Did we lose him?
There you go. Now he's back. All right.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm
You're
back.
back. All right, here we go.
Yes.
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 Let's go.
Yes. Let's go. I'm the
All right.
first. Let's go.
You're the first caller
All right,
ever.
let's
Let's go. Let's go. What is your name and where you from, sir?
What's his name?
My name is Mr. Alejandro, and I'll be out here in New York City on Tell 'em Alejandro. We cooking, following the Knicks all day, every day, day.
All right. Shout out to Tell 'em Alejandro. Let me tell you about Tell 'em Alejandro sends a $1 cash app every show.
Every game, every show. You know what it is. I got one coming up after this stream. You know it.
Nice, baby. Nice.
Got them stripper donations coming to the cash app.
That's right. Don't tell nobody, though. Don't make it hot.
Shout out to Tell 'em Alejandro, man. Yo, Alejandro, okay, cool. So,
Stripper donation.
do you have any questions, comments?
Yes. I wanted to say hi to you. I wanted to say hi to Unc. I like what y'all be doing. And here's my question. Here we go. So, boom, tomorrow, mañana. You know what it is. We going to war. You know, a lot of people, they looking at a playoff run. But for me, the biggest game of last season and the biggest game of this season is when we go against the Ops. That's Chris Task Force.
Exactly. The snake.
He dipped on us. You know what it is. So with that being said, he said something today or yesterday. I'm not 100% sure. But he basically said, I miss New York. Something like that. It seems to me, here's my question. Do you think he's trying to soften the blow if he loses to us? And with him seeing that, he's not fully healthy yet, and he probably ain't take strides the way he wanted to with the Mavericks, and you see the Knicks kind of doing okay with Randle, who kind of is a big man too. Do you think he's trying to position himself where the fans don't hate him too much if things work out for us without him? Or you think he's really feeling that way, like, damn, he missed New York,
I feel like it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you, man. Like, if you are how do you not love New York, man? When you're in New York,
right.
You just love the city. You love the atmosphere. And when it's good here, it's good here. But he also knows what the fans are feeling. Like, we gave it to him last year. We gave it to him last year and this year. So I think that was
coming, though. He had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming. I think that's why he even mentioned, like, I still have some supporters over here in New York. I don't know what supporter you're talking about, but I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
No, but Kristaps was in trade rumors this year. Dallas was shopping him, and they couldn't get a taker for the price they wanted. I'm thinking he's trying to warm up just in case he maybe want to worm his way back.
I'm good on the worms, bro. I'm good on that.
I'm saying that
I'm
too,
done
but
fishing.
He was in trade rumors this year.
Yeah, I've heard they were fake trade rumors. And I also heard that I heard they were fake trade rumors. You can take that with a grain of salt.
He's been hurt a lot, man. He's been hurt a lot.
Yeah. All I can say is this: is that you know what they got at us for clearing our cap space, and they made fun of us for saying, "Hey, all y'all got was Julius Randle."
Yeah, all-star Julius Randle.
Right, that's all we got. But Julius Randle's looking all right now because one is an all-star, one isn't. So
yeah,
we won that trade. Thank you for that question, and thanks for making KOT history, man.
Yes,
man.
God bless. Y'all be safe. I'm gonna keep watching.
All right, man. God bless, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Tell him Alejandro. I think.
Yes. Much love.
And I think I can. Let's see. Boom. All right, cool. Shout out to Tell him Alejandro with the energy. Oh, that's how you like. That's how you like to be the first, man. That's what you want to do.
That's coming out of the tribes and Knick Nation, boy.
Exactly. Set the example right here with the energy. And now I'm seeing people coming through. Fritz, if you can hear me, you can send the next caller through. Or hold on, let me just hit a Fritz real quick. We working on the particulars of the workflow.
Yeah, man, you getting your
working on the particulars of the workflow.
You getting it done.
But I'm starting to see some people coming. Shout out to you guys, man. Salute. If you're loving this show so far, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is the first time we're doing live call-ins. We're going to be doing these post-game shows. Sometimes it's going to be the day after. Sometimes it's going to be the day of. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going, because since it's a back-to-back, a Friday and a Saturday, I definitely will be doing a live show right after the game tomorrow. I don't know if I know Raw's not available. Ryan said he might be, so we'll see what happens. If I'm doing it by myself, I'm doing it by myself. It is what it is. But I will be here after the Dallas game. We can't miss the Dallas game. That's just sacrilegious.
Yeah, no, man. I'll be honest though, this is a game where you want Frank to play. He seems to take the Luka matchup personally.
Yeah. Historically, last season he was the best
against Dallas.
Yeah, he's the best against Dallas.
He tried to yam it on KT.
Yeah, he sure did, man, with abandon, man. He played the best defense on Luka at any point guard last season. I don't know what Tom.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be looking at him to go against Luka because Luka killing.
Exactly, he's definitely killing. Yo, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Ari is in here. Ari Michael. They want Ari tonight. Ari's like, nah, I'm chilling tonight, so this is my night off. Like, we want Ari. Ari can chill. It's cool. He's gonna be do plenty of post games when Ari can come through. All right. So shout out to Junior Karoma. Shout out to Rich Jim. He says, smack that thumbs up button. Shout out to Nick Up, who's always out here supporting. I saw Knicks First in here as well. Knicks First is doing some good stuff. He has a nice channel, yo. Shout out to the graphics are looking nice over there, Knicks First. Shout out to you because I'm a graphics guy.
There you go.
I do the graphics for my channel and stuff. So when I see nice graphics, I'm like, okay. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So salute to Knicks First for the graphics and Richard Rowe. Richard Rowe says been supporting for a long time. Jay Ellis, let's get it. I see you, man. Shout out to you. Now,
that's right.
All right. Waiting on this next caller. Let me hit Fritz again. Oh, next caller is in. All right. What's going on? Oh, this is the video. I got the video. Okay, all right. What's going on?
Hey, what up, Jay? Listen, buenas noches, caballeros. What's up, fellas? Listen, mad love to you.
All right. So before you get into it, buenas noches.
Caballero, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but Feliz Navidad. All right, cool. you teach me. I'm gonna learn. What is your name? And where you from?
All right, my name's Del Chapman. I'm from Queens, babe.
All right. Shout out to Queens in the building.
Shout out to Queens.
All right.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. I got a blind spot. I don't know much about the college players. I obviously hear about Cade and Suggs but we would probably be picking around 15, 20, maybe low 20s. You got your eye on somebody around there? Or what's your idea? What's your thoughts?
I know this is more of a raw question. I know we'll be looking.
I have not, okay, there's a number of players.
I can't hear raw, man.
First, we know, obviously, Cade Cunningham.
You can't hear us?
No, I can hear you, but I can't hear raw.
You cannot hear raw.
Yeah.
Did you hit the, okay, when you in, okay, hold on a second. Is there like a watch button, like a watch live button in there?
I see invite members. This is my first time, brother, so I really.
Okay.
Let's see. D from live. Fritzer. Call in. Live show. Waiting list.
Yeah. Hit the live show button. I think that's what you have to do.
So I see KOT live. Watch stream.
Yeah. Watch stream. Yeah. Click that. Watch stream.
All right. Jazz.
I think I got him now.
All right, go ahead, Raw.
No, but Jalen Suggs, we know Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham, Kuminga, we know the top dogs. But then, this guy Ayo, this is guy on Ayo from Illinois. There's a kid from Connecticut, but we don't know how low these guys are going to end up. So I'd like to wait till we get closer to the actual draft to be able to pick, the guys that we think might be around at that time. But one thing we know now, in every draft, in the second half of the draft, you get some people that surprise you. So let's see. But what do the Knicks need? The Knicks need shooting, right? They need really a point guard, and they need a small forward that could score. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to get out the draft this year. There's a lot of number of players. I'll be able to tell you more as we get closer. One thing I don't do, I don't get too hyped on the NC2A tournament. I tell you why. There's a lot of players that will bust out in the NC2A tournament, but that's their only 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
So I want to see what they have done during the course of the year. I want to see what they look like when I look at the film, what their habits are in terms of being ready for the NBA. But outside of the top guys that we all know about, I'm not really seeing nothing yet, but I'm going to do. I haven't really delved into it the way I will as we get closer to the draft.
Got it.
If I can, I got another question. All right. So we're building. We have assets. We got a war chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what way would you rather lean? Like, how? I know drafts could be bust, but supposedly this is rock solid. Supposedly there might be generational talent in here. If that's the case, are we moving up? Will you pony up to move up?
The thing is, at this point, is not. I feel like to move up is going to be way too expensive because our draft picks right now are just too high. Like between the mass pick, which is around probably like 20 something right now, because their record is 20. They're like a winning record now,
Yeah, but where are they in the West? I think they
have 25 wins, 20 losses, or something like that, or 20 and 23. So
but it goes by your standings as well. So
right.
Dallas is actually, you're right though, but they 7th in the West right now.
Right, but they're 7th in the West. So my thing is, if we were to combine our picks, we would have to combine our picks and then combine next year's picks as well, and that maybe have us crack the top 10, maybe. Like, to me,
I think you'd have to combine this year's picks. You can't do 2 years in a row, so it'd be this year's picks. It would be the 2023 Dallas pick, and you got to throw in a young player.
Yeah, and that would probably have you crack the top 10.
That might get you in the top 10. That might get you maybe. Depending on who's drafted. Like, if you get it, like, for example, if a team that already has a guy that they giving the ball, like, I don't think New Orleans would replace Kyra Lewis with anybody right now. You know what I'm saying? So so if they get that and they're in the spot to get one of those guards that we want, we might be able to talk to them. Or another team that has a young guard, like maybe Orlando has Markel Fultz already. They're not ready to, give up on him and Cole for even Cade or Sells. So it depends on who gets the pick.
Yeah, now you're right about that. You're making me want to. Oh, I might have to look at this tankathon real quick.
Never too early, man. Never too early.
So we got to look at who gets the pick. If a team that needs a point guard gets it, well, you can forget it. But it depends on who gets the pick.
Yeah, it definitely depends. Yeah.
So in other words, we need that disgruntled star to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like like I said, man, I'm looking at Lonzo, and I'm looking at I can say y'all heard already that Schroeder turned down $84 million from the Lakers.
Yeesh.
They offered him $84 million this season. He turned it down for the extension.
$84 million. How many years?
4 years. I'm assuming the 4 years, $84 million. So he said no. That's $21 million a year. So now the question is, do we think Schroeder, who's in his prime, is $25 million a year? I don't know. I'm just saying he's going to be available.
Yeah.
He didn't sign that deal because he thinks he can go in the open market and get more money.
I hate having two short guards on the team, man. I hate having two.
But at the point guard, though, at the point, like now, the reason IQ is a short guard is because he's not a pure point at this point. Schroeder is.
Yeah, no, I like Schroeder's game. I do not discount Schroeder, but I'm thinking about the team as a whole. That's why I even like the idea of Lonzo Ball here, because I at least know he's gonna be a taller guard. He's not gonna be a defensive liability. But when you have a guy like Schroeder here, who's a diminutive guard, who's not like a defensive guy, and then you go to your bench and then you have another guard who can't defend. It's like I feel like it's too many of that type of guard.
Schroeder's a solid 6'3", man. He ain't no midget.
Yeah, but he's kind of scrawny a little bit. But.
No, he's but at the same time though, he gets to the rim at will.
Yeah, no, I like his game. I just like his game. I know. I think the team as a whole is different from me.
Yeah.
And yo, Ari is free to come here, man. Ari is free to come to the Discord chat. Go ahead. Next.
Oh no, man! I just want to give a shout out to Raw. Listen, man, I love you because you crunch numbers, man. You're ready.
Yeah,
You
man.
play chess. To me, you're the chess master, brother. And
Thank
your
you, man.
LS always
I appreciate that.
numbers there. Period, man.
I
All right,
fact you.
all
right.
Little by little, we'll piece this way. We got to get to the top.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Take care, fellas.
All right, man. Take care. Take care.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, we got, and this is a situation now. I want Lonzo Ball because he's 23, and we can have our point guard for the next, let's say, 7 to 8 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind a Schroeder because he's already shown he's a big game player. He gets to the hole at will. He, in big games, his 3-point shot is, but he can hit it when it's time, and he's not no slouch on defense.
No, yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying we definitely got to get him, but I'm saying he definitely is an option.
Yeah, he's definitely I see what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that Schroeder is better than Elfrid Payton.
Well, yes. There's a list of guards that are better than Elfrid Payton, and Schroeder is definitely one of them.
He's better than Elfrid Payton, and he's better. Actually, at this point, he's better than IQ also. So I'm just saying, you got that. Somebody mentioned Kyle Lowry. If Kyle Lowry's a free agent and we don't have to overpay him,
I'm with it.
A 1-year deal, I'm taking Kyle Lowry.
Heck yeah.
What would you like? I would give him a 1 year, $15 million.
1 year, $15 million? I would do that in a heartbeat.
I'll give him 1 year, $15 million.
Yeah,
you can have that.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
The only problem that I had with him before is that he had 30-something million left on his deal, but now he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, and I feel like he wanted to come here. He did want to come here at one point.
No,
and
they were going to send him, but then
yeah.
the Knicks botched it, man. I mean, my man New Jersey's getting ready to send him. But I'm thinking I would pay him big money. Put it that way: 1 year deal, big money. I would pay him 1 year deal, big money, and let that expire at the end of the year, because this will give us another year of with a good point guard this time.
Yeah, and that's a nice little setup for our team. But of course, Lonzo Ball is target number 1.
Yeah,
there's been rumors that says Lonzo's interested in the Bulls and the Knicks.
Right.
So we will see what is going to happen when it's off season time. If he is,
that's what I'm saying. This is going to be very interesting, man. Very interesting, for real. It's gonna
Absolutely.
I think we're going to see some crazy things this summer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to, because you know what? The Knicks got money, and Chicago has money.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be interesting. Now, right now, Chicago is in the 10th spot. Chicago's in the 10th spot. Now, if they fall out of the playoffs, that could change some things. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, you did say that.
Watch LaVine.
You did say that, Roy. And
they fall out the playoffs. Watch LaVine. So they got the squad. They should make the play in because they got Vucevic now, and they got LaVine, and they got a crew.
Right.
I still don't think they play good enough defense though. So, but if they don't get in the play in, watch for list of LaVine.
If they gonna get in the play in, man, we gotta get in that ear.
Oh, man, I'm trying to tell you.
Then now, I know some people are against LaVine and using picks and stuff. Like if LaVine wants out, and we got a couple of picks to move, because Tom's not gonna pay anybody.
If we had LaVine on our team last night, well, we have beaten Minnesota.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And you could get LaVine and Lonzo. We got the money for that.
Absolutely, yeah. LaVine and Lonzo for sure. I can see that. Okay, hold on a second, Raw. I think. All right. I see him coming down the pipeline, guys. Y'all.
Yeah, your boy.
Y'all called for him. Yeah. I heard y'all say we want Ari.
Oh,
Ari is in the pipeline, and he's coming down the chat right now.
He's coming down
the chat right now. Yep, he's coming down the chat. So
the famous Ari.
Yeah, the famous Ari. Yeah.
Now we know we legit.
Now we know we legit, man. And salute to Raw. If everybody don't know, if go to Raw's channel, it's nothing. It doesn't have any crazy graphics and all that, but Raw spits facts. And what I like to do when I'm on Raw's channel is,
you hear me?
Shout out to Ari. I got you, Ari. I'm gonna finish my sentence, and I'm gonna talk right to you. All right.
All right, cool, go.
All right. What I like about Raw's channel is, like you said, he's the numbers guy, man. You want to talk trades, you want to talk free agency, he's gonna break that down on the spot like it's a vine. He has like numbers like computing in his eyes. It's like, all right, offer him 15 million. We got this much in cap space. That he's a numbers guy. He'll do that on the spot, easy. So definitely follow Raw. All right, cool. Now, salute to Ari, man. If you don't know who this man is, Ari, introduce yourself. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, what's up? I'm Ari from Manhattan, originally from Long Island, but everyone knows me as Ari from Manhattan because I was living in Manhattan when I used to call in the post-game Knicks Fan TV / Knick of Time show post-game.
Right.
So, unfortunately, I'm not the first caller in history. Congrats, tell him Alejandro. 5 years from now, you know, it's gonna be a historic spot. So.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely clipping that audio of Tell Alejandro being the first caller. But you can clip this one too, Ari. It's cool. Go ahead.
All right. So we were talking about like the draft, right? And all right, here's my thing, man. I love what I see this season. We're winning. We're doing well. We're exceeding expectations, right?
Right.
But here's the issue, like. You know, this is like we're not gonna get a good draft pick this year, and we're not gonna win. Like we're gonna get, to be realistic, we're gonna get bounced out in the first round. And if we don't get bounced out in the first round, if we make the playoffs, then you know we're playing Charlotte in a 4-5 seed. We may win that, but we're not going anywhere this season, right?
Right.
So at the end of the season, we're gonna have nothing to show for it besides a worse draft pick, right? Now, listen, I'm not like pro tank. I don't want to lose on purpose, right? But I do think that, you know, development and, you know, rebuilding, obtaining assets for the future would have been the smart move. Like, if I was Leon Rose, I would have taken on a bad contract with a draft pick attached to it, like a 2-year deal, like an Eric Bledsoe type deal, his deal, and take on and get a first-round pick for it, just because, you know, you're rebuilding, right?
Right.
But, you know, listen, we're in a position we're in, and you know, this is what we're in, right? So, here's my take, right? It's a hot take. No, I know a lot of people are not gonna like it, but whatever. It is what it is, right? I say we trade our pick this year, Dallas's pick this year, maybe Dallas's second pick next year, and Mitchell Robinson. I'm Mitchell Robinson. And I'll tell you why. Because Mitchell Robinson. To move up in the draft into the top, I want to move up into the top 7. Right? To move up into the draft, because here's why. If you use that money, like he's going to be due for a new deal at the same time Julius Randle is going to be due for a new deal, and it's clear that if you're going to allocate money to anybody, it should be to Randle. And if you're trying to bring in Lonzo Ball this summer, which I kind of want to do, because we need a point guard. He's going to cost $20 million a year, right?
Right.
So if you want to maintain any type of cap flexibility, you're not going to be able to pay Mitch. And the Knicks are 9-7 without Mitch this year. Nerlens Noel has been okay, and I don't trust Mitchell Robinson's injury history. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Mitchell Robinson as trade bait and trade our picks. And you know what? I don't even think we need to do that much. I think the Dallas pick, our pick, depending on where we are, Mitchell Robinson, and you know. Maybe a second rounder, or, you know, give him Frank, because you know how I feel about Frank. Something like that. Whatever. Like, to move up in the draft, because you're also getting a guy on a rookie scale contract, right? So this way you could pay Randle, you could pay Lonzo, you could move up in the draft and get someone on a rookie scale deal and still have enough cap room to sign a max guy. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you know, you still have pretty much every other draft pick left. You still have other, you know, you have other assets that you could use to package and maybe trade for a guy. So the reason why I'm saying Mitch is because he's going to be due to get paid, right? And we can't pay everybody, and we want to get Lonzo, and we want to use Mitch to add assets. That's why I think, you know, I love Mitchell Robinson. I think he's a good player.
Right.
I think he has a lot of potential, man. but you're not going to be able to pay Julius Randle. You're not going to be able to get Lonzo Ball, right? You're not. People going to want to bring back Alec Burks on some kind of deal, right? And you want to maintain cap flexibility. It's New York City. You want to be able to bring in free agents. We need to have cap space.
Right.
So
okay.
that's my move. I want to hear what you guys have to think about that.
All right, cool, yo. All right, man, yo. Shout out to Ari, man.
Shout out Ari.
Shout out to Ari, man.
Can I
all right, you were the first. Oh, shout out to Ari. Ari, he's the first controversial call on the show. So you got a first, all right?
You bring up some good points, but I think this is what Ari is missing. We can pay Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson and still get a max guy. That's what he's missing. He was thinking that we couldn't do all of those. Guys like Burks and Bullock are replaceable. You can replace them. Yeah. But you don't want to replace a Mitchell Robinson if you don't have to. Now, I like the idea of what he said.
He had the idea of moving up in the draft.
Yeah, I would only do it if I could get top 3. I'm not going top.
You read my mind, bro. You read my mind.
If I could get Suggs or Cunningham or Kuminga, if I can get one of them cats, okay, we'll do that. But the thing is that let's just go through the numbers for a second. The Knicks have $69 million of cap space this summer, 69 and a half actually. So we don't have to re-sign Randle yet. We already got him locked into a deal into the next year at the end of next year. So we don't have to think about him. He's got $20 million coming next year. That's the deal he signed, and then we have his bird rights. So we can go over the cap to sign him.
We can
what we want to do is we want to make sure we get everything else before we sign him. Okay. Yeah. So now, if we have $69 million in cap space, you don't have to worry about Mitchell Robinson getting any big money because he got hurt. So I'm thinking, $12 million sounds like the right number to me. If you get 10, okay, fine. But let's say 12. Now you still have 37. You have what? $57 million in cap space. So you sign everybody else. All of these ancillary players like your Burks and your what's your name? Your Bullocks.
Right.
1-year deals.
Yeah.
And even if you got Lonzo, okay, $20 million for Lonzo, you still got $37 million.
Yeah. My thing is, you read my mind, Roy. Like, it would have to be for a select few players to give up that much. If you're giving up that much, you gotta
top 7 for that.
Yeah, you have to put a game changer on your team.
Yeah, give me top 3 because if I can get Lonzo, if I could get Suggs, or I could get Caveman. Now you're talking about a guy that can help you get to the finals. So I have no problem with that. But if we're just talking about shot in the dark and top 7, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too, because he's talking about Lonzo. If we get Lonzo here, if we end up trading for Lonzo, we'll have his bird rights too. So
yeah.
But also too, we still have another year on Mitch, and another year on Randle too. So even if we get Lonzo first, we can still go over.
I think they're going to sign Mitch, though. I think because at 1.8, it's a ridiculously cheap contract. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Randall's getting $20 million. It's on the third year for 63. So that's not a bad deal. He's still underpaid, but not like Mitch is. Mitch is ridiculous.
Right.
So, now you want to lock up Mitch if you can.
I'd be more willing to do that for a disgruntled star to get like another wing here to pair with RJ, who can take some pressure off on the scoring.
Well, who's available?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like we was talking about Levine or something. If Levine doesn't make the playoffs or something,
man. Well, listen,
I'm more willing to do.
Levine, that's done.
Yeah,
done deal.
And I would try to do 2 first instead of 3 years. I would try to finagle it,
Yeah. Now, if you're telling me we could get Levine this year, like this summer, like if he was disgruntled, let's say Chicago's in the lottery again, and he's decided I want to go to a winner, and we could get him. Oh, please, man, we sign that boy right now. I'll sign Mitch. I'll sign him. We got the money. We could get Mitch, him, and Lonzo.
Right, and then I'll be down with it. But salute to Ari with the for the proposal, man. It's funny because like as Knicks fans, right? We love Mitch. There's players we love, and you have to kind of switch between your business mind and your loyalty.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes what happens is when you love a player so much, they'll end up just walking away for nothing sometimes because they want more money than you can afford.
That's right.
So we do have to be careful about that. But I think Mitch likes being here. We will see how it goes. We already talked about this role. Like I still feel like Obi might be an odd man out at some point. But his value is not so high right now.
Yeah.
But I can also see a scenario where Mitch is the odd man out because of Nerlens Noel has been able to kind of hold stuff down while he's gone. I can see a scenario. I'm not saying it's a raw deal, but because at the end of the day, Nerlens Noel is still like a expiring contract, so he can be gone first. Okay. You know, he can be gone first overall too.
I see Nerlens as a good backup.
Yeah, me too. Mitch is better. I'm not saying he's not.
Now, I'm saying like this: if you're not going to lock him in this year, trade him. You know, if you're not going to lock him in, he's starting center. So you're going to lock him in. If you're going to get him 3 years 30, 3 years 36, 4 years 48, whatever like that, you lock him in. Okay, because now you got him. So if you're not going to lock him in, don't mess around, trade him. Because now what you're going to do, if you let this year go by with him at 1.8, he's unrestricted next year.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want that. You don't want that.
So
then you force him to
lock him in.
Yeah, I feel you.
Or you're going to trade him. So I'm feeling like they're going to lock him in. Now's the time. He's been getting 1.5, 1.6, 1.8 for the last. He's going to. I think he would get, 12. Now, if I've heard, who is it? Was it somebody, Dallas or somebody was looking at him? Whatever. If they want to pay him more than that, I'll let him go. All right, but I'm not going to overpay for him right now because he's been hurt. I believe in Mitchell Robinson. I'm one that really will favor the players that the Knicks draft because I'm a Knicks fan. Absolutely. And even if somebody might be better, like with the Drummond, no, not if you're going to replace Mitch. We got Mitch. So I'm for our players. But I feel you. Me too. If Mitch wants to go for money and he's like, Dallas is going to pay me $90 million. Well, hey, blessings, bro.
Then it is what it is at this point. And I agree with you, because we talked about this the show before. I would lock. I told him. I said last show. I said I would have locked Mitch in last year and try to get him on a bargain deal. Because even if there's a even if we have to move him later, just the fact that I feel like he's going to grow into that potential. I feel like his floor is going to be what it is right now.
Yep.
I think we would still be able to move him even if we pay him more in the long run anyway. So I feel like there's no harm in locking him in like a reasonable contract.
But Mitch is still 20. He just turned 23 today.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Mitch, man.
Yeah. I mean that's too young to be messing around with him, man. I would keep him if I could. Like I said, I would lock him in for 4 years, 48 for sure. I mean that's the number. That's the max number I'll give him. 4 years, 48 is $12 million a year. It doesn't mess with our cap.
Yeah, I would do that.
Got plenty of money. We could still go get a Levine and Alonzo. That doesn't stop us.
Exactly. All right. Wait, I see another call here. I'm gonna drag this guy in. And we're going to see how this works. All right. Salute. All right. So shout out to this show. Shout out to the caller who I just dragged into the live just now. Let me know if you can hear us. If you can hear Raw, you have to click the little watch live stream button to hear everybody.
Which one is that one?
Raw,
I don't see the watch live.
Okay, Raw, can you say something?
Testing. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear Raw?
Oh yeah. No, I hear them, but I don't know. I don't know what button I'm supposed to hit once I get on.
You're on right now. You're live right now.
If you're on, that means you don't. If you can hear me and hear JLs, that means you don't need to hit any more buttons. You all set.
Good looking out, bro.
All right. There we go. We lit. All right, let's go. All right, man. What's your name? Where you from, man?
Yo, this is Dan from Long Island, son. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Dan from Long Island?
Wrong, Dan. You mean Strong Island?
Man, I had to follow you, man. Where you go, I go. So, and I'm so glad that you're doing the call-in so that we can talk to you and ask you questions. You know what I'm saying? So,
salute to you, man. Salute to everybody who follow you, man. Salute for
real. Good looking out.
Feel the love, man. Feel the love. Go ahead.
Yo, here's the question, man. Well, it's more of a comment. Anthony Edwards.
Did we lose you? I think we lost you. Hello?
Yeah, just when he was getting to his point.
Yeah, I felt like he was about to go in. He's like, Anthony Edwards, and then he just...
Yep.
All right, D from... Let me see. Let me message D. Let me message him real quick. All right. All right, D. All right, well, while D's trying to get together, me shout out to the chat. Shout out to Ari. Shout out to Telman Alejandro. D Nice. Cody asks, are we taking live calls now? Hell yeah, Cody.
Oh. Yeah, man.
We live, Cody, man. Your boy's been working. Your boy's been working. Your boy's been working, man. I've been testing. I've been testing on days off, man. I've been testing on days off. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Yeah. More surprises coming, hopefully. More surprises coming, hopefully.
That's right.
All right. Not sure what happened to D Live. All right, D Live. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to drag you back into the room with Fritz, and maybe you can figure out what's happening in there. All right, D Live. All right. Hold on a second. This happens in live. This happens live. All right.
Shout out to the chat.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. And I see
William Guns, D Nice. Shout out to the chat. Jason Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Santos. Shout out to the chat. Jake Junior Caroma.
There you go. Shout out to the chat, man. If you're liking the show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, super chats are helpful. I didn't get the cameras yet, Raw, because I forgot. But you definitely getting the camera, and Ryan's getting the camera as well. Those are the next purchases.
Hey, listen,
those will be the next purchases.
We good, bro. We good.
All right. I just got to map everything out. All right.
Right. You know you're doing work. We know you're doing work.
Yeah, I'm doing work. Working on a bunch of stuff. But shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to Fat Boy with Kicks. He says, guess these super chats ain't really going for Jordans. Let's go. Glad for you, Jay Ellis. Shout out to Uncle Raw. Nah, not for the Jordans, bro. It's not for the Jordans.
Not for the Jordans. They're going for the RJs. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it the RJs? Is the RJs out?
No.
Okay, I'm joking.
I don't even know who he signed with.
Yeah.
I don't know what sneaker deal he got.
Yeah, yo, salute to the guy Ryan. Salute to my guy Ryan G, man. Ryan G wanted to be here today. He couldn't make it. I think he said he might be here tomorrow. So hopefully he's here tomorrow.
It's gonna be lit tomorrow after we.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit tomorrow.
Dallas Mavericks, boy.
Facts. You coming tomorrow? I know Friday is weird for you.
I can't come tomorrow.
Okay. I need Ryan.
I'll be thinking about you.
All right, cool, yo. Yo, send the good vibes tomorrow to us, man.
I will definitely do that.
We are here after the show.
Oh, that's right. Junior Corona said that's right. He signed with Puma.
Oh, he signed with Puma. Okay.
That's right. I remember that. He signed with Puma. That's right. He signed with Puma.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
RJ's a pioneer, man. Nobody was signed with Puma. All of a sudden, RJ came in. I think another cat came out and signed with Puma also that year.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He signed with Puma and somebody else did. But there were some pioneers. That's going for the gusto, man. You don't go for the name everybody else going for. RJ said, I'm going to make my own.
Exactly.
Rejected.
Follow your own. Follow. Y'all ain't even heard that one. Yeah. All right, next caller. I'm bringing the next caller in here.
Boston Knick, Bow Tower. Shout out Fat Boy with Kicks. The Puma Kicks. Just South Brooklyn.
All right, next caller is in here.
Hello?
Hey, do you hear us?
I do.
Okay, Raw, say something. Do you hear Raw?
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. All right, let us know what's your name, where you from, sir.
So I can't really hear Raw, but this is kind of a question for Raw more than anyone else. So that 15 million that everybody's all, upset about that we didn't use during the trade deadline. I heard that they're allowed to do something with that during the draft. Is that a true deal?
During the draft? No. And I don't. To hear Raw, you have to hit like the watch stream button but no. What happens is if we do not use that money, what happens is everybody on the roster gets a little bit of a raise.
They got to
I understand that, but I because of like the whole COVID thing, Isn't the cap a little strange? And I've been hearing, like, I think maybe from the Knicks film school,
Mm-hmm.
that they can do something with that 15 million on the draft. On draft night, they could actually use that.
I've never heard that before.
No, I know
No?
that's
Okay.
it's
And then, like,
I-
also,
And not to say that's not to say that's not true. I
no,
just
but
never heard that
the
before.
players union.
yeah. And then the other thing was
money.
now that Mitch is hurt, he has we can decline his option and pick him up because he's restricted, right? And then if we wait the 4th year, he can leave just freely, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can pick up his option this year, and he can leave after Nick the following year.
We unrestricted after this year.
Unrestricted after this year.
After 2022.
Yeah, what Raw was saying, that 4-year, 48.
Mm-hmm.
Most of all, since he is hurt. I mean, that sounds like the deal.
Yeah, I like
ink it up. Let's ink it up.
I'm with it, man. Ink it up. Ink it up. Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Thanks for your call.
Yeah, man. For sure. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. We because the NBA Players Union, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, but the Players Union negotiated that, whereas if there's leftover cap money, it's split among the players on the team.
Right. Now, I know that part, but he's saying we can actually use the cap space, the extra money for cap space, and invest that into the upcoming draft. I see Fritz is saying on draft night they can trade into cap.
Oh, I see. Okay, so in other words, they could take a player that's $13 on 13 million on the other side and trade into the cap space. Yeah, we were talking about doing that last year with Oubre.
Even from last year's cap, you can carry it over into the next year's.
No, you can't carry it over, but you could use your cap space and take on a contract that that may be, like, in other words, so we have, like, right now 13.5 million. We could take on a contract that's 13 million and not have to send anything out.
Oh, on draft night. So because it's technically still this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's a nice little wrinkle. Y'all just taught me something. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
They could do that, but they got to distribute the money though to the players. I don't know what happens to the space at that point, but they got to distribute the money to the players that are on the roster. Exactly.
Yeah, and I know we're still in the buyout market. At some point we have to pick up a center at some point, because right now I just feel like we're just playing with house money with Nerlens Noel playing all these minutes and Taj Gibson. We're one injury away from really.
Not really, because what you said earlier. I mean, let's say one of them gets hurt and you got to play Randle at the 5. You can play a small ball lineup.
Do you want Randle at the 5 long term? Like, he was getting.
Oh, I don't mind it. I don't mind.
You don't mind it?
No, because see, he's not the Joker, but he can cause other centers to have to come out to him.
No, I get. Okay, here's what I'm saying. In a scheme, yes, Randle at the 5 sounds great to me. But what I'm thinking about is more of his minutes. Like, I don't want Randle playing even more minutes than what he is right now, because we don't have a center right now.
No, I think he'll still be playing 40. He'll start at the 4, whoever's the 5. And then when that 5 goes out, he'll play on the second unit at the 5. He does that now. He plays second unit now.
Yeah, he takes Obi's minutes at the second unit.
Yeah, you play another guy you play him at the 5, and you play like your lineup you talked about, IQ and Bullock and Burks.
Right.
And RJ, you put them around him, and for second half of a quarter, or part of the quarter, you're playing Randle and you're playing small ball.
You know what? I can see that. You convinced me.
I like it. I like that. I don't mind. See, I'm not worried about the 5 because of that. Because of the versatility we have with Julius, I'm not worried about the 5 too much. I'm really not. So if we got 2 5s right now who are playing really good, both of them, for backup centers. I mean, I can't believe I got to keep reminding myself that Taj is 35 the way he's playing.
He's playing well. He had a couple of 3 blocks yesterday and some nice timely ones without even getting off the floor that much.
Yeah, he's playing well. So, but if we needed to, or even like, let's say either Nerlens or Taj got in foul trouble early, and we needed, I have no problem, because now we could play Julius at the 5 and go small, and I think we'd be dangerous for. Not, I wouldn't say starting that, but as part of the maybe 15-20 minutes a game, you go small. I think we'd be dangerous.
I can see that. I still feel like with 2 roster spots open. First of all, we let's let go of Ferguson. We have 1 roster spot open. I know we've been looking at Henson. You know, I mean, looking at Henson, we're looking at Pell.
Yeah.
And then we let go of Ferguson. So now it's 2 roster spots open, which lets me believe that there's a move coming. There's something coming.
Well,
you know
I think so, because I'm wondering what it's going to be, because I would have liked to seen a guy come up from the G League.
Yeah.
I mean, just to see what we got, because
Tom's not gonna
is not going to play anyway.
Tom's not playing nobody in the G League.
No, whoever you get, he's not playing anyway.
He's not playing. He might play Lance Stevenson because Tom likes veterans, and Lance Stevenson is a veteran.
No, man, I'm saying, but if you're going to get a 5, right? If you get what was that guy's name that used to play Milwaukee? That now it was in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That's
yeah, you just said him. Tall, lanky guys.
Don Maker.
No, not him.
Oh, Henson.
Henson will be the 3rd stringer. He's not going to play in front of Taj, and he's not going to play definitely not in front of Nerlens. He'd be the 3rd string anyway. Exactly. So I mean, he's not going to get but 5 minutes if that. Whoever comes in is not going to play big minutes. What I'm saying.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think it'll hurt. I definitely don't think it'll hurt.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, they got to fill the spot, but I don't want anybody expecting too much at whoever they pick up as if they're gonna come in and make a game changer.
No, they're gonna probably play 5 minutes a game at best.
Yeah, I mean, and again, even in that scenario, let's say you got a Hinton, I would not be surprised if he had he's playing Julius. So.
Somebody asked what is Larry Sanders up to. I forgot about Larry Sanders. What is he up to?
Forgot about him.
I know he was trying to work his way back into the league like a year or 2 ago, but I don't know what happened to him after.
I think he's retired though.
Is he?
I mean, I haven't heard nothing from him.
He's not on the roster. No, he was leading the league in blocks, and then he's just like, I'm out, and then what? I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, and Marcus Saul, man, he showed in LA, he finished.
That's LA's problem.
Somebody said he might get bought out. I don't know. I think, you got guys like Gasol, and you got guys like George Hill. These are ring chasers, man. They, every year they're gonna try to be somewhere where they can try to get a ring. So I mean, they're not really game changers. They're in name only, but they're not really like. Look at Boogie now. He's a ring chaser. He's in Golden State. He was in LA. Now he's in the Clippers. He's a ring chaser.
Yeah, and all those old guys are ring chasers at this point.
They're not really the guys that they used to be that can make a change in a game, but they're trying to win. They're trying to win a ring.
Absolutely, and they should.
Yeah.
Well, definitely watch out for the Knicks buyout market, man. I do feel like they're trying to get like a small forward in the big, and that's why they have.
I can see Henson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about Thon Maker, but I can see Henson. I can see Henson. I could definitely see him. I don't know who else they would get. But like I said, Tom is only playing 9 guys, man.
Yeah.
Anything after 9 doesn't matter.
Yeah, if somebody get injured, he's gonna play 8.
He probably make it. I'm not joking. He probably play more.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, he's just that's how he is, man. So
So
I've accepted. I would pull my hair if I got frustrated with how you can't ask him to change what he is. He is what he is. Tibbs is gonna do what he do. It's 9 guys. It doesn't matter if anybody was on the buyout market that could make a difference. They would be picked up already by somebody.
Absolutely. Super chat. Shout out to the super chat. Fat Boy Kick says, "Guess these super chats ain't going to the." Oh, these is okay. This is an old.
That's an old one, yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to look at my analytics, viewer activity. All right. I was trying to see if I missed any super chats, but I guess they disappeared. So if I think Michael Parkinson in the super chat earlier. I hope I shouted them out. If I didn't, please forgive me. But I think I got all the super chats. I also feel like we talked about everything we need to talk about today.
Yeah, man. We got a big game tomorrow, man. We just got to win this game, man. Shoot.
Yeah, we just got to win this game tomorrow. But salute to everybody who's watching, man.
I tell you what, I think they got a good chance because I don't think they're going to take Dallas lightly.
No.
I feel like they took Minnesota lightly.
They absolutely took Minnesota lightly.
Yeah, when they got up by 18, they started taking. I don't think they will ever sleep on Luka Doncic. So if we get an 18-point lead on Dallas, they're going to keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're not taking, and there's a rivalry there too.
Yep.
So this is not going to be a snooze fest game.
Nope.
KP's gonna bring it. Randle's gonna bring it.
Yep.
This is going to be a game to be watched. So
RJ's gonna bring it.
Well, RJ. Hopefully, RJ's playing.
Why? What's wrong?
RJ and D Rose, it's been reported that they might not make the game tomorrow.
What? Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
yeah, I'm serious. RJ's ankle.
What?
RJ tweaked his ankle, so it's not 100% sure. Let me find the exact.
Now you got me searching over here. Let me see what's going on, man. What? I don't like to hear that. Oh my goodness! Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett has a sprained ankle and is listed as questionable.
Questionable. No, it's funny because I rewatched the game today, Raw. I feel like it might have happened in the first quarter.
Well, RJ was on his behind a lot last night. They was knocking him down, man. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't know when it would happen. There was one he got. I think it was the third or the fourth quarter. It almost looked like he got slammed to the ground, and there was no call. So I mean, it could have been a number of plays.
Yeah.
But RJ is about the toughest kid I've seen in a minute. So I'm thinking he's gonna play tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I hope so. And the thing about this part of the season too, which I was worried about, and I mentioned this during like the mid-season review. The amount of guys we're playing are so small, and our schedule is crazy. We're playing 3 or 4. We're playing like 4 games a week for the next month or 2 months or something.
I swear,
It's insane.
Back to backs than anybody, man. We got so many back to backs, and man, and you know we got a long stretch of home games coming up, but this against some top teams.
Yeah, exactly. It's a home stretch was against top teams, but then there's only like 1 day rest. Again, like every like a game and a day rest, So there's gonna be a lot of basketball to watch, but these guys' bodies are going to be put through the ringer.
So we got a back to back this weekend with Dallas and Detroit. Then we go, like you said, next week we play 3 games next week, and then the following week we start off with a back to back with Toronto and the Lakers, and we play 4 games that week. The next week we play 4 games again.
Yeah, they just keep coming.
Back to back with Charlotte and Atlanta.
They just keep coming.
It's crazy.
They just keep coming, man. So, and while this is happening, Tom is shortening the rotation. So I am a little bit concerned.
No, I hear you. I want to see who he plays tomorrow, though. RJ, I mean, it's a back-to-back, so I can see maybe him sitting, but not against Dallas. I can see him sitting against Detroit, but not against Dallas. And you can't sit against Detroit either, but yeah, we're going to see. I mean, Tom's going to play 9 guys. We're just going to see what 9 it is.
Yeah, man. We might have to, like they said, free Knox.
Might be Kevin. Kevin might have to come in here.
Yeah, have to come in here. Frank might have to get another look.
Yeah, he got to attack more, man. He's got to attack more, man.
Yeah, I feel like his last outing, he was more aggressive going to the rim.
Yeah,
or was it 2 games ago?
Yeah, he's more tentative.
No, he is.
He's afraid to sit or something, but he got to attack, man.
Yeah, I know they're working on that with him. I know they are. I know KP's hitting him.
For next season, you're going to see him do that, but I want to see it this year.
Yeah, I feel you.
I want to see it now, man. I want to see him attack. I want to see him get busy. I want to see him body somebody like he did Ben Simmons that time.
Exactly. He got the corner 3 going. Now he's just dunking on people's heads. And so we can call it a day. All right. All right, man. I'm going to wrap up. Thanks for rocking with us, man. Nice show. We got some call-ins today. That was pretty dope. We only had 1 casualty. Somebody started calling and then he left. Hopefully we fixed that and figured that out. But yeah, shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to Taryn Mosley. Shout out to Gigi. Shout out to Larry Techno. Shout out to Telling Alejandro, our first caller ever.
That's right.
Junior Karoma. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Keenan Lambert. If this is your first time here ever, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come back because we're gonna be rocking out tomorrow. It's gonna be me and Ryan tomorrow talking Knicks, talking about that Knicks Dallas game. Hopefully, we're talking about a W. All right, and we'll be doing our little live Discord stuff again, right? So you'll be able to click that link, talk to us live, and
salute from Uruguay. All right.
Oh, yeah, Uruguay. All right, salute to you. All right, a guy from Uruguay.
South America. Go ahead.
We all over the place. We global. And that's the dope thing about Discord. We have some global people in Discord too. All right, so y'all can talk to us too. All right. So salute to you. And yeah, let's wrap this up. Cool, Raw. Tell them where they can find you, Raw.
Raw Hebrew Remnant on YouTube. Raw Hebrew Remnant on Twitter.
Super simple, all right. And yeah, you can find us at the KOT show on Twitter, the Nick of Time show. Yeah, the Nick of Time show on Instagram, and also Facebook. You can also find us on the nickoftimeshow.com. Shout out to our writers, man. Shout out to Rob, who just wrote a really good article on Alec Burks, breaking down. When you read the article, you realize his defense is better than you thought it was. I mean, his off-ball defense is shaky, but his defense on ball is better than you think. But
I mean, he's all right, but I mean, he's not consistent enough. Man.
Yeah.
We need him to lock down last night, and he just wasn't there. Man.
Yeah, he overhelps a lot. But shout out to Rob. He wrote a really good article on Alec Burks breaking down his game. All right, on the nickoftimeshow.com. You can also get merch as well. KOT show. All right, get these merches, get these the hats, t-shirts, and all that stuff. All right,
that KOT stuff, boy.
Yeah, get that, cop that, please, and thank you. Yeah, and all right, man, that is our show. We're out of here, man.